Hey, what is up, everyone? So this is another late to the party unboxing that I'm going to be doing on this video, and then kind of briefly talking about the system. I'm going to plug it in, try it out, and see how it works and all that. But as you know, I did make some videos some months back, if you're subscribed here to the channel, pretty much criticizing this system on a couple different fronts. For one, the games list, I found it to be pretty mediocre for the system's release. There's a lot of games that I felt that were left out that should have been on this system, but I could understand Sony not trying to pay those licensing fees and all that. But even still, I felt that it just pretty much fell flat, especially for the price tag that they were asking on the system. I just didn't feel that it justified buying the system. As you know, when this came out, this was $100. Now, I picked this one up for 20 because it was on sale at Target. And I was like, okay, you know what? 20 bucks, I'll pay 20 bucks for it. That's fine. And as you know, a lot of people have taken this system and they've gone ahead and modded it however which way to add more games to it. You know, once you pay your money, whatever you do with it after that, it's your business. That's fine. I'm not going to be doing any of that. Well, maybe. I can't leave it completely off the table, right? But some of the other criticism I had about the system was some of the things I found out afterwards, and that was that a lot of the games on the system were the PAL releases of the games. Now, I have heard there is a way to set them to NTSC. I don't know how to do that myself. That's not something I'll be doing in this video. I'll just be kind of taking a generalized look at the system itself and just plugging it in, trying it out, and just pretty much giving my thoughts and impression on it after that. One of the other things is what's right here on this box. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it says, you know, I'll bring it up a little closer. It says the USB-AC adapter not included. And I felt that, now that's something I knew before picking the system up, obviously. I had mentioned that in a video, and I thought that was a big, it was a misstep on Sony's part. I get it. They probably figured by now everybody should have one, but it still would have been nice to include that. But it is what it is. Small gripe. Let's go ahead and take a look at the system itself, though. So let's see. Well, first off, let me show you the games on the back here for those of you that may or may not know that weren't up to date with what Sony was offering here. Here you go. Battle Arena Toshinden, Cool Borders 2, Destruction Derby, Final Fantasy 7, Grand Theft Auto, Intelligent Cube, Jumping Flash, Metal Gear Solid, Mr. Driller, Oddworld Apes, Odyssey, Rayman, Resident Evil Director's Cut, Revelation, Persona, Ridge Racer Type 4, Super Puzzle Fighter 2, Siphon Filter, Tekken 3, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, and Twisted Metal and Wild Arms to round out that list. So let's go ahead and open this thing up and see what we have inside. Now, I have not gotten a chance to see one of these up close yet or handle one or anything like that. So this will be all a new experience for me in regards to this system, in terms, you know, like I said, in terms of it's my first time interacting with it, right? So go ahead and open this up here. Like I said, I'll try to keep this part of the video as brief as possible, just so that we could get into kind of more of what I believe is the meat of everything, which is how it plays and all that stuff too, and just giving my thoughts on that. So try to get through this as quickly as I can here for y'all, because I know, okay, that's cool. All right, that's actually, for whatever reason, I was under the impression that the system itself was going to be a lot smaller, but let's go ahead and take a look at that. So let's move this aside for now. Okay, well, it does fit in the palm of one's hand, looks like. I'm just going to be savage here. Going to be a little bit more. Okay, it's nice. Yeah, this pretty much fit there. You know, it's about the size of maybe a small little tablet, or in some cases, I mean, it's probably comparable to the size of a phone, a little bit fatter. That's cool. You know, power button, open button. Of course, this does not open, but yeah, pretty fair rendition, I would say, of what the PS did initially look like. Hold on, let me just focus in here so you guys could see it a little bit better. So it is a small little system, just so you could see it all around, how it looks. They did a good job with that. All right, let's see what else it comes with. Now, let's see. All right, so this is good. This is one thing I did that I thought was always the least of what they could have done, right? And that is provide 2 controllers, and these are, well, there's the USB cable to plug the system in. But of course, I don't need to open up both controllers because you're going to see the exact same thing. They're accurate to the size of the originals, so that's good. They look like them, feel like them for the most part. I don't know. Actually, they feel... They might be a little bit lighter than the original PS1 controllers. They feel very, very light. But then again, I haven't handled the PS controller in a while. I have regular PS controllers somewhere. But this feels like it might be slightly lighter. But then again, I could be completely wrong. But that's just from me from handling it initially. And here's the HDMI cable for it. So, okay, so there it is. That's all the stuff that came in there. The 2 controllers plus the system and the USB cable. I'll go ahead and stop the video right here and then plug it into the TV, turn it on, and then we'll just try out one of the games, maybe a couple of the other ones. Of course, I won't I won't go ahead and make you all suffer through me trying each game meticulously or something like that. I'm going to try a couple first, and then maybe just show you guys the menu screen like I did with the SNES Classic Edition, and then just kind of give my thoughts on that. So just hang around and we'll check it out. Okay, so I just turned this on. I have tried a couple games at this point. I want to try Resident Evil because I felt that maybe I would see the most amount of difference in how this runs as opposed to PS Now. One thing I will say right off the bat, at least to me, and I could be completely wrong about this, I know that this is the PAL rendition of the game. Wow, this is a real pixelated mess from what I've seen. As far as how the game runs, it feels like it runs just slightly... I mean, it's hard to say how it runs in comparison to the NTSC version because it's been a while since I've played it. So I don't think it's fair for me to say, oh, it runs a little slower. It looks like it moves a little bit slower, just slightly. Although the way it's controlling for me seems to be just as responsive. One thing I'm noticing right off the bat, and the reason why I'm going to highlight this here real quick so you can see, the NTSC version of the game I don't believe is this pixelated. I could be completely wrong about this. Maybe it's just been such a long time since I've played, but I don't remember this. And the reason why I'm saying this is because there seems to be a lot of distortion. You can see it primarily, like when I try to see the face there and how badly, the polygons go into each other like that. I don't remember that in the NTSC version or even in the original PlayStation version. Again, it's been a long time since I played the game. Maybe I'm just... I got the nostalgia blinders on. Maybe I remember it being a lot better looking than what it actually was. But that's just my opinion. It just seems to look... I don't know. Maybe I'm just completely wrong about it. Maybe it is exactly like this. I mean, I know, looking back on Resident Evil, I mean, it's not... The first one, of course, is going to be the worst looking of the series. It was the first game. But, yeah, this is... I don't know. This is... The way it's running as opposed to... See, this is okay. The video seems to be fine. As far as I can see, I don't know. It seems a lot more choppy than what I remember. And I don't know if this is... I'm not saying that this is necessarily just because it's the PAL version of the game. It could just be the way it's emulated onto this little system here that makes it look a lot worse than what I actually remember. But the games that I've played, I've only noticed a little bit of a difference in some as opposed to the others. I would say primarily the one that I will say that I probably noticed the biggest amount of difference in, and let me just sort of this, see, just a moment so I can say this real quick. Battle Arena Toshinden seems to run a little bit differently. I'm going to have to try a couple more of the other games just to see. This might be a system that I would say for people that pick it up for the low price range, I could see why people would mod it. It seems to make sense to do that. Because, yeah, I don't know. At least I'm not impressed with the way some of the other games I've played run, because I don't remember some of them running that slow. But again, could be nostalgia blinders, could be because of the fact that back then when the PlayStation came out, it was the most cutting edge system at the time, with it being 32 bits and all that, or one of the 32-bit systems that was cutting edge at the time, because remember there was also the Sega Saturn. But maybe I'm just remembering it differently, I don't know. But it's overall, I guess my opinion of it's okay. But again, I didn't expect anything grand with it, if I'm being completely honest here. It is what it is. I mean, I don't really have anything more to say about it than that. If you could get it for $20, I would say pick it up, especially if you're a person that is going to consider, I guess, modifying it so that you can get more games on it or whatnot, or just have it run on NTC maybe, which is what I'm thinking I may do. I may go ahead and at least mod it to that specification so that I can at least run the NTSC games and see how it works on there, as opposed to these PAL version of the games, and see if that makes any kind of a difference in the way it looks and the way that they play. But anyways, I guess if I think that makes a significant difference, maybe I'll make a follow-up video. But yeah, there it is, PlayStation Classic. It is what it is, I guess. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you guys have one or not, what you guys think of it. And until next time, I'll check you guys out on the next video. The hunt continues.